Lindsay Thies for Heave Media here. We're at the Metro in Chicago where local band Empires is getting ready to take the stage. But before they did, they sat down and they talked with our cameras.
Empires started actually a while ago. Started like about a year and a half ago. Started with Sean and I kind of putting the group together. I don't think exactly we knew what we wanted from it or where it was going to head and what was going to come from it. But slowly but surely, Ryan joined us, then Max, then Al, and we took a good amount of time. We took like a full year to really kind of develop the band as best as we could, and kind of just kept in the basement and really just try to make the thing grow as best we can. And when we felt it was ready, just like about 6 months ago, we kind of felt like it was really picking up some momentum between the five of us. We decided to kind of get outside the base and start playing some shows. So
it's kind of been like a slow but steady rise for us.
Every show, there's more kids.
Yeah, there's like the people we're meeting. It's been an awesome experience so far.
The best thing I've noticed so far since we released the album Howl on May 27th, we kids are like starting to sing along and know the words, which is just great. And they're way more into the music now. And
it's like when I ask friends what they like two of them will say they like these 4 songs but hate the rest of the album. Or you got people who like who like these 4 songs and don't so much like these songs. It's like for every person it's different, you know?
Everyone has a different favorite song.
Yeah, I wrote, like it started off like melody and progression, like writing melodies with progression, and then everyone kind of has their own flavor with it. And it's, I start off, I always, as far as the writing process is concerned, I use like a laptop, like a really cheap laptop and like a little cheap microphone, and I record just ideas and they sound terrible. And these guys kind of like, I bring them to these guys, I show 1 or 2 of them, and they pick like their favorites. Like I'll bring a batch of like 10 to 15 songs, and then everyone picks their favorite song, and then we work on songs based on who likes what and who doesn't like what and that kind of thing. And I'll show a song to these 2 guys.
We don't hang out with Sean.
You cannot please everybody in this band, and that's with any band. You can't just please everybody. So I try to write, because it all pleases me right away. So I try to write, I write with them in mind, but I do try to write with myself in mind as well. Songs that I will enjoy playing or songs that I enjoy in the moment. So it goes from there.
I'm gonna go start working our way through like Ohio, Pennsylvania, work our way to New York, go to Maryland, and kind of head our way back. So I think it's gonna be our first kind of outside Illinois experience.
Is it pretty exciting?
Yeah, I think it'll be good. I think we'll kind of test the waters to see what we got going on outside of Chicago, because we've really just been focusing on Chicago and really trying to do as best we can to really kind of grip the city. So I don't know, we're looking for that. And that's like mid-August. So
next Sunday we are playing with Gavin Rossdale at House of Blues. Should be a fun show. I'm very excited for it.
Are any of you guys Gavin Rossdale fans?
I grew up on Bush. Tom grew up on Bush.
Yeah. It's like one of those things you don't really talk about. Where you're like, I'll be honest, like that record came out when I was like 10 or 11.
I was stoked on it.
And like,
Absolutely.
I definitely called my parents' lawn to the record, like 16 Stone. So it's one of those things you're more of like, you're kind of older now, I'd be like, man, if I was 16, I'd be so fucking stoked right now. I've been listening to that band, What Made Milwaukee Famous. I actually don't know the name of the record.
Why do you like that?
I don't know. I'm like a really big kind of Not a Surf fan. So I think that a lot of it, everyone kind of compares it to that band. So something I've been into lately.
I'm a big Chicago guy, so I'm really into like Smoking Popes, kind of stuff like that. And I guess, just a fan of that consistent Chicago pop punk roots from the 90s.
What I've been listening to recently, My Morning Jacket. It's a band I really like the new album song, Highly Suspicious, and it's just great.
I think he's playing here. It's a group called Nomo. It's like African, like tribal music, kind of like. It's like it's like very, very rhythmically diverse, and I definitely fall in love with it. That's kind of like the aim for this next record that I'm going for. I want to. My goal is to make it a little bit more rhythmically diverse than Howl is. So I'm trying to listen to as much as I possibly can that is not so much of like a 4/4 beat. Even though you gotta stay true to what you love. Like I'm listening to a lot of that kind of stuff, and always Radiohead to the day I die. So
we like to grow as a band musically. I never really got into classical, so lately I tried out Mozart, Bach, and Beethoven, And I guess I decided I'm really into Beethoven. I didn't know it, so him and like him as well. In Rainbows, I can't get In Rainbows out of my head. So.
I love it. We're actually working on it now. We have a lot of demos, and it's just sifting through. It's playing war. You know, it's between what these guys like and what these guys like, and it's kind of like we're picking the songs we want to work on. We're working in batches.
This time it's a lot more relaxed. I don't think we're in any rush, and I don't think I think before that, since we were working on this band for so long, I think there was like a kind of an eager to kind of let's get the band out there, let's get some music out there, and let's just get this thing moving. And now it's kind of like, you know, now that we have our footing and we have a good foundation of what's going on with the bands, I think the biggest thing right now is just growing and just try to grow as best we can as a band and as musicians and just our taste and everything. So.
And do you see that kind of progressive?
Yeah, but you can't rush it. You know what I mean? It's just something that just takes time. It just takes, like, if anything, like, it grows just as fast a relationship with each other. So.
But I've known Al like for at least, I don't know, four years or so,
Yeah.
and through different bands, and I met these guys through the band. So.
Yeah, I knew Tom when I was 12.
I've known
It
Sean
wasn't that
since I
long
was,
ago.
like, 14.
Max over here was at the helm for producing and engineering solely, you know, the record.
Yeah, I gave him a good rate.
He gave a pretty decent rate. You know?
It was all right.
We threatened and, you know, finally came through.
No,
But yeah,
bands are.
we realized, you know, when we got Max in the band, every band, Tom's said this since day one, the more you can do by yourself without any help from anybody, the better off you are as a band. And I took that to heart. I think everybody else did. And, everything kind of just seems like it's falling into place.
It's kind of funny that the first time I met Tom, actually, one of the first things he said to me is it's about sharing. It's about creating and putting it out there. And
With putting the record out there, nobody knew who we were, nobody gave a fuck who we were, and it was just like, it was probably like the easiest thing, the fastest thing we can do is just exposing and just being like, yo, come listen to us, see what we're trying to do. And if like anything, it was just more of like a marketing, there's
just getting into as many.
yeah,
bands as
you know,
possible.
and we didn't have much to lose. There was nothing to impress. There was nothing to, like, when we did it ourselves, we didn't have anyone over our shoulders, like, kind of like breathing down our necks, being like, what we should do with it. So it was ours, and it was just ours to give, to share, and, you know, but like I said, it was.
It's getting a lot of people that wouldn't pay for music anyways to listen to the record, and people who wouldn't ever buy a no-name band's record, they downloaded it. The first week was 15,000 downloads, which we were really shocked.
great.
I was
we were
saying,
like guessing like 2.
I was saying 2,000
2,000, yeah.
max, and that was like way overshooting for me. So that was a
It
shock.
was cool to see. We were able to track every download, and we were able to see, like, there's downloads like Kenya, Iceland, like
Yeah.
Israel, like Iran. Like, it was just really kind of cool to see some, like, you know, regardless, like, I guess what's going on in Chicago, when you kind of see something like that, you're kind of hitting on a bigger picture. It just kind of makes you feel like, well, this is kind of maybe something bigger than you thought. I don't know.
Everything's been remarkable so far, and we're really grateful. And like I said, things really keep falling into place. It seems like whenever we get an idea, and Tom and I discuss it, it kind of just, comes through. And it was a blessing getting all these guys in the band, and with Max able to just take over. I mean, this is a mad scientist. He does his job really well.
Just grateful.
So, yeah, we're stoked to see what's next.
Be sure to check out Empires at weareempires.com, where you can download their album Howl for free. For Heave Media, I'm Lindsay Thies.